So this is Monday, a wonderful Monday in Nigeria and everywhere you're watching from. This is Tea or Coffee. I'm Ronka Shiru. You're welcome to this very informative and educative program. This Tea or Coffee where we talk about or you learn about new things, and that we talk about things that will help you in your daily activities. And today is no exception. Today is Monday. Today is the first day of the week, or the first working day of the week. And so it's a wonderful Monday. You're welcome to Tea or Coffee. And with me, as usual, or with her, as usual, or how do we put it, is the beautiful.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning.
How was your weekend?
Fine. If I have to say with me, as usual, who is always here? It's you.
Don't worry, it's fine, but it could change sometimes, you know.
Okay.
How was your weekend?
Happy birthday in arrears.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you.
So how did you celebrate?
It was supposed to. I had a plan of maybe hanging out with friends and all, but then I wasn't feeling too well over the weekend. So,
Saturday was
yes,
your
Saturday
birthday.
and Sunday. Saturday was my birthday,
Yes.
but I wasn't feeling. It started Saturday morning,
Oh,
so I wasn't feeling too well. I could not have as much fun as I expected. But then family and friends came around, and it was actually a wonderful experience. And
Yes,
something amazing that happened was that two different people that do not know each other sent the same design of cake, like the same
Yes.
thing. And I was shocked, like, okay, was it that they saw each other or that was the trending design or something?
Yeah, I saw the
But
cake
then
and I
it
was wondering, this looks like, really?
Yes, it was exactly the same thing, the same color, same design. I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay. But then it was still good. It was quite an experience. And I'm glad that I had a lot of people sending me messages, calling to wish me happy birthday. Thank you so much for the love. You called me also. I was surprised.
Did I?
Like, I felt you would be very busy all through the weekend. But then you still took out time to call me. Thank you so much.
Why wouldn't I? You're very special.
If you had not done that, I was waiting for tea or coffee today. Then you just call me like, okay, you have to sit down. Just like, sorry, I'm not anchoring with you.
No, or you mistakenly spilled coffee on my trousers.
And I'll tell you, sorry, it's a mistake, but then just know it was intentional from me.
Yeah, now I know. Now I know. Okay, at least good that you had fun. It's so wonderful.
Thank you,
yes. Okay, so what we have today, before we go on our topic for today, we talk about the things that trended during the weekend.
It's Christmas already. See our Christmas tree. I'm so excited, about the Christmas tree. It looks so beautiful.
Looking at this, I'm dreaming of the white Christmas. Maybe we should put some...
The most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah. We should put some make-believe snowflakes on the floor.
Oh, God.
And all that. Since I'm dreaming of white Christmas,
But then the major thing is that we're counting down to Christmas. I mean, the most wonderful time of the year.
Yes, it is.
Exactly.
It is.
Okay, so we were talking about what happened in the past week. I don't really feel... Now, this gets me because... did you see the video of Timi Dakolo and his son? The conversation between them was... And he was literally crying.
Yes.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because now I guess children, they have a way of whipping sentiment.
Yes.
Okay, for those, if you've not seen the video, okay, this is what happened. Timmy, according to the video, got a laptop for his wife. And the boy, his 8-year-old son.
Yes, I think he's the first child, actually.
First child, yes. Was asking for his own.
And he goes like, am I not your son? Because Timmy said, okay, your mommy is my wife, so I had to get her the laptop first. Like, okay, so am I not your son? Like, there's some kind of statements they would make, and in your mind, you'd be like, okay.
Really?
In a way, he's justified. So, am I not your son? Why would you get me a laptop? Also, I need it for school. And he's like, don't worry. And I like the fact that he referred to back then when they had to use slate. I'm like, ask your mom, did she get a laptop when she was 8 years? She had to use slate. That was what we're using. Do you know slate? He kept on crying like, no, I need a laptop. Mine is just that I need a laptop. And the bang of it is when he said, I give you 2 days.
Yeah.
And before that, you're like, 2 days for laptop. I mean, do you think I am getting money from? I wonder when children
2
just
days
feel
also
like
makes sense.
they just feel like it's quite easy. So they give you the time and
Yes.
date of when they want something.
Is it not easy? A lot of like there's this saying that a child that is being trained or does not know that it's hard outside. You know, so they just believe that okay, I want milk. There's milk on the table. I want
When
books. They
you
want
keep-
books. So the
yes.
thing is just is it not for you to pick it there? And you know, it reminds me of what we talked about on Thursday.
Yes, of parenting children.
Yeah, teens and social media.
social media,
and teens.
yes.
This is even an 8-year-old boy, and he's already
Asking for a laptop.
for laptops.
And he goes ahead to say he needs it for his assignment in school. And I'm like, okay, during my time, we didn't have to use laptop. You would have to go to library
Yes.
to look for the books that you would use in doing your
Thank
assignment.
you.
But then, now technology has made everything quite easy. And imagine the 8-year-old boy even crying for a laptop. The fact that
yeah.
the one that got me was when he said 2 days. Like, excuse me, am I supposed to go and steal it or hijack a laptop from someone and you're giving me 2 days? Did you see the expression of the fact that
Yeah.
2 days? What
The
was happening?
end.
But then I think we need to go see. Let's see the video of Timi Dakolo and his son conversation between them.
Yes. Okay. Before then, this Pasuma also.
Oh yes, that got
Okay.
blocks for classrooms
Ah.
to celebrate his 51st birthday. Wow.
Yes.
That was quite amazing
Yeah.
and very thoughtful of him for the
Oh,
fact
right.
that, okay, you feel, what can I do? A lot of people, when celebrating their birthdays, they go to orphanage homes
Yeah.
and see how they could give back to the society. But it was quite thoughtful of him to branch into the educational sector. That is seeing that, okay, he could contribute to the welfare of these students in classrooms. That was really amazing.
And the fact that you know a lot of there's a way that there's the stereotypes that for people that sing that kind of songs, Fuji, you think that
Yes.
they didn't go
They're
to
not
school.
educated.
Funny enough, Pasuma is a graduate.
Yes, BSc.
Yeah. So he finished from Unilag.
Unilag, yes.
For the fact that he was already made before he went to
Before
school.
he went to school.
So,
Actually, a
you
lot
know,
of entertainers now see
Yeah,
the need
of
you going
it's not
to
about
school. Most
dropping
of them-
out and
yes,
thinking that
exactly.
that's all.
And he didn't even look at the fact that it was his age before he went back to school. He went
Yeah.
back and now he can actually speak well and flow with you. And I feel probably that could be a source of inspiration of how he could give back to society and decide
Yes.
to help students with their classrooms.
Yes, because it doesn't necessarily have to do that, especially when we all believe that, government should do this and
Yes,
that
government.
and
We
that.
keep putting it on the government when there are actually things you could do to help change the society. It starts
Yeah.
with you, whether you like it or not. If you like, keep pushing it. The government, the government. If the government do not do these things, then you as an individual, as a citizen, you can actually change the environment. And when government see that, okay, citizens are actually putting effort, I'm sure that would also motivate them to do more or do more than what you have done.
Okay.
Exactly.
And then one thing I noticed is that a lot of us, when we're celebrating birthdays, we go to this place and drop something, and after that, that's the end. But the thing is, if, for example, how many of us are in this company? If we put it in our hearts that, okay, every time you celebrated your birthday on Saturday,
Yes.
you do something, somebody else, I'm very sure if I check the mail now, I will see the company wishing somebody
Yes, and another person happy birthday.
happy birthday.
Today.
So imagine all of us trying, even if only that day we do something, you just realize that at the end of the day, a lot of people are
Yes.
getting, what's it called, things that they actually need. Imagine putting blocks for
Yes,
school.
to help.
Yeah, to
and,
help.
build the classrooms, because I can't
It's-
imagine. It's one thing that we keep saying. Okay, the educational sector of Nigeria is bad. Students are not learning. People are not willing to go to school. What are the things you have put in place that would encourage these children to want to go to school? Like,
Yeah.
I can't imagine studying under a roof that is
Open heavens.
I mean, it's raining.
Open roof.
It's raining.
And
It's
then you
dripping
wonder.
over me, and then
Yeah.
you expect me to read and understand whatever you're teaching me. No, it's not possible. But then with the help of people like this that feel it's thoughtful of them to, you know, contribute to the welfare
to the
and the growth of schools. I mean, that was quite impactful and thoughtful of him.
All right. Now, okay, this is Tea or Coffee. We'll go on a break now. And when we come back, we'll talk more. But now, we wanted to see the video we
of Timmy
yes, that we're talking about. It's so hilarious. I'm very sure. Just sit on your chair so that you won't fall. This is Tea or Coffee. We'll be right back.
Again, say it again. How come what? How come I did what?
How come you buy laptop for mommy?
Because mommy means my wife and mommy needs the laptop.
Daddy. I need laptop also.
I know you're my son. I'm working on getting your own. It's little by little.
No, why you take...
I bought mommy's own first. I will buy your own next. I asked mommy when she was 8, did she have any laptop? Do you know of Slate? Slate. We're using Slate.
What is Slate?
Okay, now, sometime now I'll be leaving my laptop when I'm traveling, so you'll be using it. Is that a deal?
Everyone's dreaming of being the biggest pop star on the planet. But today, for them, the centre of the universe is right here.
World is waiting for you! One day, Blue, a 16-year-old girl, unexpectedly gets involved in a fight between a magical fairy named Stella and a gang of trolls. During the fight, Blue is shocked to discover that she has magical powers as well. Stella introduces her to the world of magics, a magical dimension where Althea College for Aspiring Fairies is located. There, Blue will start a new life, and together with another 5 special teenage fairies, she will form the Winx Club. She'll also find friendship and love. But life's not always that easy. Bloom's extraordinary power must be protected from that mischievous group which is always up to no good, the Tricks. The Witches of Cloud Tower and Lord Darkar will stop at nothing in order to conquer the realm of magic. With the help of the brave and bold Red Fountain Knights, the Specialists, and the Winx best friends, the Pixies, they will save the day and continue their fantastic new life at Magic.
Flying family vacation? Want to have a memorable time with your loved ones? Enjoy a season of family adventure this Yuletide at High Impact Planets Amusement Park and Resort with up to 20% discount for park tickets and amazing family packages. Event highlights include karaoke night, African night, family games night, Christmas and New Year carnival, praise blast gospel concerts featuring some of Nigeria's finest gospel artists. Friday, the special guest at our prestigious Majors Lounge, comedy night, and family treats at our tastefully furnished apartments. This package runs from the 16th of December 2018 to the 6th of January 2019. High Impact Planet, fun just got real.
A flowing river, but what does it take to stop that mighty flow? A stone, a Perhaps a little girl with a heart of stone named Aliyah. It's nice music, isn't it?
I love you!
I'm your life, you're mine. I want your eyes. I'll make you master of it.
Everything started to go wrong from the very first deal.
Mr. Mike loves blondes.
He had $500,000 in his pocket.
All this for a girl? Big mistake.
It's 30 million. Let me see it.
Hey, let's see the money.
From that point on, I shut down. There was no room for love in my new life.
You said you had everything under control.
Boss, don't kill me for a fucking reason!
It's going to be difficult. They'll find us, no matter where we go.
If I told you anything, I'd be screwed. And if you're going to screw me, I'd expect you to buy me dinner first.
I'll show you what a real Kazakh chateau police feels like.
You could be my prince, and the whole world will have to follow our orders.
Jump.
Jeg skal bli pappa, da.
Så bra, eller?
Ja, det går fint.
Hei, du har kommet til Tove. Jeg kan dessverre ikke ta telefonen akkurat nå, men legg igjen en beskjed.
Ja, jeg vet ikke hva jeg gjør. Jeg bare
Ok, nå kommer vi da.
Ja,
Jeg har ringt, og jeg har fødebrev. Kan jeg slippe den først? Et lite øyeblikk, så må vi ta en av dagene her.
Nei, men det du kan ikke vel stå.
Veldig bra. Puster du deg rolig gjennom det? Puster riktig.
Jeg skal finne noe så du kan klemme. Jeg skal finne... Ja!
Meg? Hvem er det som er jeg som skal ha gjort det? Men det er noen som har gjort det.
Ja, men det er ikke henne, så hvis vi skal være veldig, veldig pirkete, så er det faktisk deg.
Du kan sitte for meg.
Exclusive to High Impact Television.
I met her in 1985. We got married in 1988. So we had like 3 years of courtship.
He can do feminine chores. I don't mean washing plates or whatever. He can come back from outside. He has gone to the market. He's bought meat, tomato, everything I need in the kitchen to cook. I said, go to the kitchen, I got some things. He will do this. Many men will not like to go to the market.
Well, I was in England and I got a message from her, and that message made me love her. Well, it was an exam result, and I didn't do too well before I left for England.
Oh, when the father died and I wrote him a letter of condolence, he started writing letters asking me, and I wasn't even sure whether I wanted to say yes, and I was dodging the question. I replied the letter, but I was dodging that question for a while. And this musician was singing at that time, fire, 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 get on. And they said this musician should stop singing that song. Maybe that was the cause of the outbreaks. So I told him that story. He said, that is not what I'm asking.
Okay, welcome back from break. I'm sure you saw the video of Timi Dakolo and his son. I mean, that was quite hilarious,
Yes.
you know. And also, we talked about Pasuma, who
Yes.
celebrated his birthday by donating blocks to classrooms,
Yes.
and that was
If he studied English
English
language
in school, you can imagine. So do not look
In
down
Lasso.
on anybody. I mean, don't look down on anyone. Don't feel because you're doing this particular kind of job, that doesn't make you a graduate or that does not make you educated. But then we have to move into what we have today, which is we're talking about financial crime. And we have our guest in the studio. We have Aladeton John Kende. He is a fraud investigator and also a forensic accounting expert. Good morning.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Presenter.
much for coming. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yes.
Okay.
So when we talk about Kende,
Yeah.
so you came with
You're a
another. You're a twin.
Yeah, I'm married twins.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about your Taye? Because here in this part of the world,
Yeah.
when we have twins, especially the Yoruba part, we always call them Taye and Kende.
Then there's Ido,
then-
there's Alaba.
Yeah, those
It
ones
goes
are
on like-
after. Yeah, but the first two, Taye,
Mhm,
Kende,
Kende.
you don't. That is the name that you brought from heaven. That's
Mhm.
what they say. So where is Taye? Or
Taiwo.
Taiwo?
Taiwo is a woman.
Oh.
Yeah, she lives also here in Lagos.
Do you look alike?
No.
Do you do the same thing? Almost the same thing?
Maybe hereditary issues. Maybe trait our behavior in terms of having to get annoyed or how gentle you are. Yeah, we could have likeness. But you know, opposite sex, usually in twins, they don't look identical.
Wow.
It's only same-sex twins there is possibility of identical.
What about the telepathic connection? Do you have that?
Yeah, we do, because we are from the same parent. Of course, the traits are from the parent. So we
Alright.
must have.
Okay. You know, going
Nice.
through your profile,
Yeah.
I saw that you have 15 years experience in fraud investigating or forensic accounting. Both of them, or which one of them?
Yeah, we do them together.
Okay, so
And
you've
of
had
course.
15 years of experience.
Of course.
Wow. Okay, so we're talking about financial crimes today. What are the various types of financial crimes, you know, all through your 15
Yeah.
years
Yeah.
of working as a fraud investigator? What are the types of
Generally,
crimes we have?
crime is any misdeed, any misbehavior in the society that is punishable by the law.
Okay.
It's a crime. But this time around, when we talk about financial crime, we are looking at crimes that have to do with money.
Okay.
And of course, the list is endless. You can begin to count and count and count. If I give you money to keep in my bank account, give you this, I give you 50,000, please help me deposit it in my bank account. I give you the account details, and you refuse to lodge it in. It's a crime. Because it's stealing,
All right.
especially when you come later to deny it.
Okay.
If you sell me a parcel of land, and eventually information, we got information that you resold it to another person, it's a crime.
Okay.
Because it involves money, it's financial crime.
Okay.
Okay? If I come to your shop, to your automobile shop,
Yes.
I buy a car, I transfer money to your account. Eventually, the transfer failed, and you didn't get value for money. I parted with the car. You later inform me that up to now, the money has not deposited in your account, but I refuse to refund you again. It's a crime. It's a financial crime. Okay? If I sell a property that doesn't belong to me and I refuse to take the money to the owner, it's a financial crime. So the list is endless.
Okay, so now let's talk about people who, because I don't know if you've gotten the message before, but I have, where they send you a message and tell you that, okay, your BVN number is not activated. Call this number for you to be activated. Who are those people? Because they're actually people that are falling victim of that kind of message, and they actually call the number and, you know, get scammed by this fraudsters.
And their accounts get wiped off.
Exactly. So
Wiped out.
Yeah. What do they do, you know, to have access to your contact in the first place?
Yeah. The society called them fraudster.
Yeah.
When we go further in forensic accounting, you find out that the society does not even have the power to call these people fraudster.
Why?
When a policeman arrests someone who has committed a crime. The language you'll be hearing in the police station is that this individual is a suspect.
Yes.
We are going for a suspect.
Yes. Okay.
Until that individual is
It's proven
tried
guilty.
in the law court and is proven guilty, it's never a fraudster.
Yeah.
So I will not use the word fraudster.
Fraudster.
These are people who are prospecting, you know, to steal. They are prospecting. Like you go out marketing, you know, for customer, they're also prospecting. And most of the number they die are randomly taken.
Okay.
Well, sometimes they get to know your name.
Of course, sometimes
They mention the names.
Yes, they'll mention your
But
name,
you know,
your full name.
you know
and
too that technology world today, if I dial your number and I have Truecaller, your number comes out.
All right.
Okay, so that's a source. It's not impossible that there's collaboration between them and people in the financial world who has your detail and they release your detail to them. So they work in connivance with all these, let me call them, undesirable elements in corporate society. They are wrong recruits. They're not supposed to be there, but incidentally they were there and they became tools in the hands of these bad elements in the society. So such people in the organization can be source of information, can give information to the people outside.
Okay. You mentioned a list of different financial crimes that we have.
Yeah.
Which of them do you think is most common, especially in this part of our society?
In the recent time, gone are those days when people still check. Okay? Because it's not more popular. I think the commonest you see around now are those done on the USSD. I won't be able to give you the full meaning here now. The USSD. Somebody, you just receive a alert on your phone. Somebody had information to your PIN. They are the commonest now in the society. At least they even rank as much as 60-70% of the fraud in the financial world now.
Okay. So how can this be, stopped?
Well, I'm not looking for a solution.
Oh, really?
Because it's not possible.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not possible. You can only curb it. You cannot eliminate it.
Yeah.
And with the advancement in technology, it has come to stay. The way out is don't divulge your information. Not even to your wife, possibly, or to your husband, your PIN, your ATM PIN, because you don't know when your wife is going to tell somebody carelessly, or your husband, or you send your children to go and make withdrawal for you. On their way back, they might discuss information with their friend, their school colleagues. I collected money from my father yesterday. I never used ATM. My father gave me his PIN, so, and I use it carelessly. Somebody passing by, can come across such information.
All right. Okay. Let's go back to you. You gave us different examples of financial crime.
Yeah.
For example, you talked about the land, buying for selling a plot of land to more than one person is a crime.
Yeah.
So what are the things that will be done? Because most of the time you see a lot of people in the police custody and then 1 hour later the person is released to the society. So what are the things, for that particular crime, what are the consequences for it?
Yeah. Ideally, I've said earlier that every crime is punishable.
Yeah.
But of course, the instrumentality of prosecution in Nigeria for the legal system are the police and the court system, right?
Yeah.
The police take your matter to the court.
Yeah. Okay, the police.
Yeah, the police.
Okay, not I.
Not you, because that crime is a crime against the state. When you say the state now, we mean the government.
All right.
If it says, when there's a criminal case, there's a criminal, and that criminal is against the government. Civil is against one another.
Yeah.
Okay? So if it's a criminal case, it is the police that takes the matter to the court. Okay? And because for our society today, the demand of the society, some of the practices that has come to stay, you go to police station today, you have to, if you go in the night,
Yeah.
they will tell you there's no fuel in their generator.
Exactly.
You are likely to, assist them. There is no paper to write your statement. You are likely
It
to.
might not be everywhere.
It might not be everywhere, but one way or the other, you find out that even in police station, they tell you today that bail is free, but it's actually free everywhere. So
No, some bills are freer than the others.
the police are the ones to prosecute criminal cases. Okay, and most time when you don't have wherewithal, the financial capability to pursue your case, midway, you may lose out. Secondly, if the policeman is transferred, say from here to Port Harcourt,
Yeah.
that is the investigation police officer, we call them IPO.
Yes.
When he's transferred to Port Harcourt, he
Yeah.
tells you for every time he's coming, you pay his flight, for example.
Okay. So you mean there's no handover? He can't hand over to somebody else?
He could hand over. Where he hands over, it's like the man has to study again. The matter is starting afresh. Even a lawyer who is standing in for you or standing in for the opponent, midway, he can withdraw. Okay? So the matter now is starting all over. And because of, time evolved, you get fed up
Yes.
and you back out.
You leave it to God.
You leave it to God. Most time.
Especially this part of the world, we're always leaving everything to God.
Exactly. If
God will judge.
you lose 100,000, for example, through ATM and this
Yeah.
internet, whatever, and you go to a police station, they want to track the individual, and they ask you to bring 50,000 for a tracker. That is the job of the professional trackers. 50,000. When you have spent 50,000, they say they have not succeeded. They ask for additional 25,000. How much do you want to recover? 100. Find out that you have spent 50% more or 70% more. Say, let go have his way.
Okay, so in a situation like this, what do you advise? So it's better that people don't fall into this. So how can you guide yourself from all this? For example, you hear some people, they go to an empty flat, they want to rent, and then before they know, eventually they see the place, they speak with the landlord, and by the time they pay, they want to move in, they realize that
Another
two other
person is
tenants,
there.
two other people, a prospective tenant that paid also. So in what ways do you think we can curb things like this, that we can be mindful and guard ourselves so that we won't fall prey?
Yeah, I will use the word due diligence.
Okay.
When you see two companies coming to a merger,
Yes.
they do due diligence.
Yeah.
They employ the services of professional firm of chartered accountants, Check your book, check my book. What is the position of the company? What is our strength? What are the liability we are bringing to table? What are the assets we have?
Yes.
We bring in third party, independent people to come and review us, independently. The reviewer will be able to tell both parties that this marriage you are going into, these are the people coming into this marriage. So the word due diligence now is not only useful in merger or in acquisition.
Okay.
Of course, in every dealing of life.
All right.
When you want to marry a young man, you never know before. Due diligence. Have time to know who he is. Okay? So if you want to rent a property, try to know, who is the builder? Who is
then,
this?
even when you know, you still fall a victim of these people. Because they have a way of, they can be very cunning, such that they would come in a way that you do not even expect.
Due diligence. I have no other solution.
Yes. Okay. If you can give us like some of your experiences and how you were able
to handle
this, maybe we'll understand better.
Yeah. When you say you are a fraud investigator, it implies that the fraud has occurred.
Yes.
We are not mitigating it.
Yes.
We are saying what led to this fraud.
Yes.
How did he succeed? Okay. What are the loopholes in the organization?
Yes.
Okay. So generally,
all right,
when a misdeed occur, there would have been a loophole.
Yes. There's always
a loophole.
Always a loophole.
The loophole is either the organization has not put in sufficient, control to prevent, the occurrence of that fraud, or they are control, but there has been override of the control. For example, in this office, we said nobody should sign more than 50,000 expense. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's a control, for example. Yeah. So it is believed that nobody will sign an expense not more than 50,000. If it's more than 50,000, 2 persons must sign, right? That is the control management has put in. So for someone to sign 100,000, yes, it's not absence of control. It is override of control. Mm-hmm. So the person intentionally decide to, to disobey management order. Okay? Mm. And because there is disobedience of that order, the fraud will occur, or the misdeed will occur. All right? Though, in this office, for example, it is possible that you have a location where you keep vital documents. And we say nobody should enter that place in isolation. There should always be 2 people.
Yeah.
But one person has access to the 2 keys to that vault where you keep your vital instrument. If an individual has access to the 2 keys, he picks them up, he enters there, okay? He takes out vital information, he probably releases them to the press, okay? It's not that organization has not put in control, but the control has been override by somebody, okay, who has access to, location where information are kept.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, we've been talking to Kehinde Alade, a fraud investigator. We'll go on a break now, and when we come back, the phone lines will be open. So if you have any question, feel free to call in on our number. This is Tea or Coffee. Don't touch the dial. We'll be back.
Your father is dead.
I want to learn Ushu.
You think you can master the art of ages? Wushu is a meditation. It's not made for hate or revenge.
Smuggling opium, kidnapping villagers for transport to forced labor. My daughter is priceless.
What do you know of my father?
He has brought nothing but pain and hardship to my people.
Isn't father wonderful?
Jeg skal bli pappa, da.
Så bra, eller?
Ja, det går fint.
Hei, du har kommet til Tove. Jeg kan dessverre ikke ta telefonen akkurat nå, men legg igjen en beskjed.
Ja, jeg vet ikke hva jeg gjør.
Ok, nå kan vi da.
Ja,
Jeg har ringt, og jeg har fødebrev. Kan jeg slippe den først? Et lite øyeblikk, så må vi ta en av gangen her.
Nei, men det, du kan ikke vel stå.
Veldig bra. Puster du deg rolig gjennom Riadis. Puster riktig.
Jeg skal finne noe som du kan klemme. Jeg skal finne...
Meg? Hvem er det som er jeg som skal ha gjort det? Men det er jo noen som har gjort det.
Ja, men det er ikke henne. Så hvis vi skal være veldig, veldig pirkete, så er det faktisk deg.
Du kan sitte for meg.
I met her in 1985. We got married in 1988. So we had like 3 years of courtship.
He can do feminine chores. I don't mean washing plates or whatever. He can come back from outside. He has gone to the market. He's bought meat, tomato, everything I need in kitchen to cook. I said, go to the kitchen, I got some things. He would just, many men would not like to go to market.
Well, I was in England and I got a message from her, and that message made me love her. Well, it was an exam result, and I didn't do too well before I left for England.
Oh, when the father died and I wrote him a letter of condolence, he started writing letters asking me, and I wasn't even sure whether I wanted to say yes, and I was dodging the question. I replied the letter, but I was dodging that question for a while. And this musician was singing at that time, fire, 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 get on. And they said this musician should stop singing that song. Maybe that was the cause of the outbreaks. So I told him that story. He said, that is not what I'm asking.
Welcome back. It's still Tea or Coffee on High Impact Television. Before we went on break, we've been talking with Aladeton John Kehinde about financial crimes. Okay, so I said earlier on that going through your profile, you've had 15 years experience in forensic accounting and also fraud investigating. But now, let's talk about what forensic accounting is all about.
Right. Yeah. The word forensics, if you check your dictionary, synonymous words you may find are things like legal or litigation. So if I substitute that, we'll be talking about litigation accounting or legal accounting. Now, in every endeavors of human life, we practice forensics. Okay? For example, if somebody dies and you don't know the root cause, you take him to the you take the corpse to those who are knowledgeable
lab.
and they will to the lab, and they will tell you precisely what the root cause is
And the time
and
of
the time.
death.
If you do the test here in Lagos and you take it to Kano, it's supposed to be the same result because it is forensic. Meaning your work must be backed with facts, undeniable, verifiable facts, right? So, in the law of evidence, you know, when you go to court and you are asked to provide evidence on a matter, two rules are quite important. The rule of relevancy and the rule of admissibility. Relevancy simply says the document you want to present, is it relevant to the matter on hand? If it's not relevant, the law will not admit it in evidence. I'm saying all this so that you can appreciate forensic accounting. All right? Now, admissibility, meaning will it be admissible in evidence? This document you are presenting, will it be admissible in evidence? So the rule of admissibility and the rule of relevancy are quite important in the law of evidence. Now we are saying forensic accounting is simply saying as you are preparing this financial report or financial information that you are gathering, you must have at the back of your mind that the report you are preparing may eventually be needed in the law court. Okay? And so as you are preparing, as you are doing this review or this report, you must provide evidence that are both relevant to the matter on hand and is also admissible in court.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
Financial report that are prepared, which may be required in court. Okay? And for which the rule of relevancy and admissibility might be required.
All right. This financial report, when you're doing this forensic, is it, you know, sometimes when some people, they take money fraudulently from one account to the other, they move money from one account. Can this forensic report, can it locate it you know that, okay, you moved the 2-point-something billion to an account in Netherlands to one in Swiss to this account. Is it possible?
Sir, before you respond to that, the phone lines
the phone
are
lines.
open now for you to call in and join in the conversation. And the number to call is +234 7051 432258 +234 7051 432258. You can join the conversation or ask your question or contribution on what financial crime is all about. Thank you.
What we are now saying is that those movement
Yes.
from one account to the other,
Yes.
before you can take any legal action
Yes.
against that individual
Mhm.
who did the movement, you must have access to account where the movement was done.
Yes.
Okay, or to which account the fund was moved to.
Yes.
It's not going to be hearsay. It's not going to be,
So we will see it.
You must not only see it, you must be able
Document
to provide it.
All right,
This
thank
is
you.
the document.
I like that.
And when I am writing my report, I should be able to quote the account number and the date the movement was done. I must be able to provide it. So when I write a report, okay, for example, I must be able to state with precision. Because if that job is given to another person, our report should not be materially different. We must be talking the same thing because we have the same fact and figure.
Okay. All right. There's still talking about the movement.
Yeah.
Some people say, oh, the money is moved to this account that is nameless, or then from that account it moved to another one and it disappeared. Is that possible? Is it possible for money to disappear in transits?
Money cannot disappear in transit.
Okay.
In financial accounting, for example, there's this saying that
Yes.
you cannot spend more than what you have.
Yeah.
If you have 100 naira in your pocket, you cannot spend 110. Somebody must have either added to it,
Yeah.
or someone else you have stolen
Yeah.
to get to spend 110.
Yes.
So when that, that it's not possible to lose a track of movement of money. It must move from one account to the other. But the danger is if 100 million enter this account, by the time it's leaving, it might not leave as 100 million.
Okay.
It can now be living in maybe 10,000, 500,000, 100,000, all sum up, including what is left in that account, should be 100 million. Yeah.
Okay. All right. While investigating financial crimes, in a situation whereby evidence can actually not be provided, or you don't even have anyone, how do you handle such cases?
For the purpose of lead, you see, when you write investigation report, there's a heading you call it limitation. Under limitation, you must state what inhibits your ability to get certain things done. There's nothing you can do. As such, you must, having disclosed such limitation, I mean, that's the best you could do. That for this limitation, I could not carry further review. I could not, that's all. Just state your limitation, which inhibits you to, get the job done, or which inhibits you to get certain aspect of the job done. That is not to say that the entire job is useless.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's wonderful. Sometimes you think about this, and especially, when you are used to watching all these fantasy movies, sometimes, when they're talking about analyzing or doing the forensic research, you will see the accountants sometimes, getting the police involved. Is that part of what you do? For example, you want to get this information and you're not getting it because you know that this person here is blocking me from getting my information. Is it in your place to get the law enforcement
involved,
so that you can get a...
Yeah, you must know that when a crime is committed,
Yes.
The perpetrator does everything within his or her disposal,
Yes.
to ensure that information is not obtained.
Exactly.
Yeah, police may come in, or will have to come in. But even if they are not, the police are not angels. They are human beings like us. Yeah. So, over time, the best you can do, having obtained relevant information, is to go to prosecute. Okay? But that's where forensics comes in. If you don't have sufficient information, which the law or which the court we both, which the court we admit, and which is going to be relevant for the purpose of crime being investigated, then you are at the mercy of the perpetrator.
Okay.
Yeah. If you don't have sufficient information to prosecute, and that is why you see somebody may commit a crime, go to court, he might be set free. Is the quantum of available information that is inhibiting such a prosecution.
Okay, for example, you're a fraud investigator, and then you're a forensic accountant.
Yes.
So where does your job, where does it stop? Because if you are to investigate fraud, that means you will have to go above and beyond to get some information. So where does it stop? Is it where you can say, okay, I can't get this, and then leave it to the law, or what? How does it work?
It is not in all cases that you get stopped midway.
All right.
There are cases you investigate a logical conclusion, and you can say with emphasis that this and this and this has occurred, and A, B, C, and Z were involved, right? It's not, but it's not in all cases that you get stuck that you cannot move forward. Now, but when you start to investigate a fraud, that already has qualified you. If that is what you do day in, day out, you're already a fraud investigator.
Okay.
But the issue of forensics comes in when you know that material facts are quite important, and that in the event that this job you have done is required in the law court, you are already put you are already informed ahead of time, insight. You have insight information that this matter may get to court, and so you fortify yourself with every document which may be required. Everything you have stated in the report, you are quite sure of them, and that in the event that you are required the court to come and testify, you can provide documents which support facts that you have stated in your report, in your investigation, in your report.
All right. So
I have a question that I'm wondering if I should ask.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No question.
I'm thinking, okay, you know, in our country, we always talk about 20 billion missing, 100 billion missing.
No, animals swallowing.
Animals swallowing money. So what is being done by, you know, the likes of you, the fraud investigators and the forensic accountants on this particular issue? Because sometimes it makes us look as if, is it that we didn't go to school, or is it that we are, you know, sometimes we think about it, can monkey take money
Swallow money, snake swallowing money.
You know.
Most of the missing money you hear or you read on newspaper occur majorly among the politicians or in the political world, or in government.
Yes.
And the people that are saddled with the responsibility of investigating such fraud are either EFCC or the ICPC.
Okay.
Unfortunately, when you read them on the news, on the pages of the newspaper, your impression is that, or your thinking is that, oh, these guys, they are in for trouble. At the end of the day, you don't hear anything
about it.
So most time, our investigator, the EFCC, they do not arm themselves with sufficient information. And find out that most time when they go to court, sooner or later, you don't hear anything about the matter again. It's because they are not, they have not gotten sufficient information.
Yes. What
for prosecution.
I want to know, sorry to interrupt,
Yeah.
is that in the commission,
I don't work there.
Yeah, are you saying that there are no fraud investigators there?
There.
It is, apart from those who are doing administrative work,
Yeah.
I think the assumption is that anybody who works in an EFCC is a fraud
Is an
investigator,
investigator.
right? But in advanced society,
Yeah.
the people you see in such organizations are chartered accountants,
Yes.
insurance personnel,
Yes.
psychologists, philosophers.
Okay.
These are the people you see
Okay.
in FBI, for example, in
Yeah,
America.
okay.
But here, if you go to our EFCC offices, you see people who not spare their name. It's unfortunate.
Okay, now we are shaking the table, and I don't know. I really don't know.
We're off
This
the
is
table now.
yeah. This is kind of scary sometimes, and so, because for me, what I can take home is that it is better you don't fall victim.
A victim at all.
Because at the end of the day, you realize that most of the time, 80% of the people, really, I don't know, 80% of the people, they ended up
Not doing anything about it.
leaving it to God.
Makes
That's-
you feel helpless.
Yes,
at some point.
it's better you just try as much as possible to guide yourself, guide your finances, guide everything.
Due diligence.
Due diligence.
Due diligence.
Okay.
I used to tell people, God forbid, if robbers come to my house and made away with certain things, I will go to the police for record purposes.
Okay.
Simply for record purposes. Because they may have made away with certain documents which eventually may be found elsewhere,
Yeah.
traceable to you. And if there's no record that you have made that complaint in the police station, already you are an accomplice.
Yes.
So for record purposes, I'll go to police station. It's not to enable them pursue such individual or to recover my good. Because in the process, you spend more than what you have lost. And that is because of our system, our police system and our judicial system. If you go to court, you might be there forever.
4 years, thank you so much. So in other words, due diligence. Try as much as possible to guide yourself.
And report when necessary.
And report when necessary. Is like you said, that when necessary. It's good that you have to go to the police to
And have a record.
and have a record. And okay, that's important. Try as much as possible to prepare yourself. And that's how we round off on today's episode of Tea or Coffee. Thank you so much. You are so engrossed that you forgot to take your tea.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
John Kehinde for joining us on the show. And we hope when we call you next time, you'd respond to us. All right, so thank you for staying tuned and watching Tea or Coffee. I'm sure you had a great time. My name is Wura Olapopola.
And I'm Ronke Ashiru.
Do have a good day.
Take care of yourself.